In the same way, you need to draw IN for the reaction at this place also, where A and B are the supports, where 1 unit will be the reaction at A when we are calculating the RA value. At C point, what will be the ordinate you need to calculate? At D point, what will be the ordinate you need to calculate? This is for 1 meter, 4 meter, and this is the 4 meter. Three components, three ordinates we are having with respect to that. Our UDL is given for a 6 meter span. First, find out ordinates, then how to calculate reactions. We'll see. Okay. For RA, the ordinates can be calculated as unit will be the maximum value, and remaining units can be given as the ordinates can be given as y1 and y2. Okay, and y1 can be calculated as 1 divided by the total span is 1 plus 4 is of 9 meter. Therefore, 1 divided by 9 is equal to y1 divided by the remaining distance is 4 plus 4. That is 8. Therefore, you can write y1 is equal to 8 divided by 9. And next is y2 I can calculate as 1 divided by 9 equal to y2 divided by the remaining distances of 4 meter. Y2 can be calculated as y2 equal to 4 divided by 9. Okay, we have got the ordinates, that is y1 and y2. Now we need to calculate the shear force. Now reaction at A point. Reaction at A point RA is given as, if it is a point load, we used to multiply ordinate with the applied load. Here it is a UDL. Here you need to write applied load quantity into area under UDL. This UDL. Uniformly distributed load. You need to find out area and you need to multiply with the load quantity. Now, area of this portion I need to calculate. This portion. This is of, in what shape it is? It's a trapezoidal having parallel sides as y1 and y2, and distance between y1 and y2 is of 4 meter. The area of trapezoid can be calculated as, what is the equation for area of trapezoid? Sum of parallel sides into half of perpendicular distance between parallel sides, and that can be given as, ordinates are given known to us, that is 8 by 9 plus 4 divided by 9, whole divided by 2 into perpendicular distance between parallel sides is of 4 meter. Therefore, quantity can be calculated as, area is how much?
Area is equal to 2.66.
Area is 2.66.
Sir.
And reaction at A point can be given as, quantity is 6 into 2.66.
16.
It is of 16 and 15 points to value is there. A total it will be of some 16. 15.96. What about others? Bhushan, Rajwal, 15.96 or 16, don't figure in right. Once RA is done, similarly we calculate RB. Calculate for RB and tell me the answer, how much it will be. For RB, RB can be drawn as of 1, y1 and y2 we can write. You need to find out area between y1 and y2. This is A point, this is B point. The UDL of 6 kilonewton is active for a span of 4 meter. Remaining span is 4 meter. Remaining span on the left hand side is 1 meter. So find out RB. First find out y1 and y2 ordinates, and then you can calculate for RB value. And y1 and y2 ordinates can be calculated as 1 divided by total distances of 9, y1 divided by remaining distances of 1 meter, that is equal to y2 divided by remaining distances of 1 plus 4 is 5. Therefore, y1 can be written as 1 divided by 9 and y2 can be written as 5 divided by 9. And the reaction can be calculated. First, we need to find out the area and then write for reaction. Directly, I can write RB is equal to 6 into area of trapezoid can be given as 1 divided by 9 plus 5 divided by 9 divided by 2 into perpendicular distance is 4 meter. So what will be the total value? RB value
8.
8.
8. If you are written RA as 16, R it will be 8.04 as per your previous calculations. It will be 8.16. No, it will be 8.0. Next value will be the round figure right as 8. Okay. Support reaction at B point can be given as 8 kilonewton. Once this is done, you can calculate shear force at C point and bending moment at D point. Okay? Shear force diagram can be drawn as A, C, D, and B. 1 meter, 4 meter, and 4 meter. There is UDL acting completely of 6 kilonewton meter. Distance are known. You can calculate values. Okay, I can write coordinates to be y1, y2, and y2. The shear force ordinates, and then you can go for finding out the shear force value. Ordinates can be calculated as 1 divided by 9, that is 1 is unit and total span is 9 meter. Y1 divided by remaining distances of 1 meter. Our y1 can be given as 1 divided by 9. Okay? And 1 divided by 9 is equal to y2 divided by remaining distances of 8 meter. Therefore, y2 can be given as 8 divided by 9. Similarly, 1 divided by 9 is equal to y3 divided by remaining distances of 4. Therefore, y3 will be equal to 4 divided by 9. The shear force at C point can be given as, you need to multiply with the area. Area is to the right hand side only. Left hand side there is no area only because there is no loading conditions. Okay. Therefore, shear force can be given as, shear force at C point can be given as y1 into, there is no load, therefore it will be 0, plus the, it is a UDL, therefore you need to multiply with the area of applied load. Area of applied load, that can be given as 6 is applied load into area can be given as area of trapezoid. The ordinates are known to us, that is 8 by 9 and 4 by 9. 8 divided by 9 plus 4 divided by 9 divided by 2 into perpendicular distances 4 meters. Therefore, the shear force at C can be given as 16.
Yes, sir.
Once shear force is done, you can calculate for bending moment. Draw the bending moment diagram. Bending moment is asked for D point. Diagram for bending moment can be drawn as, this is of 4 meter, B point, A point, C and D points. This is of 4 meter, this is of 1 meter. UDL is acting. The intensity of UDL is 6 kilometer per meter. Therefore, you need to find out the area to the left of D. That is y1 and y2. You need to calculate. First, you can calculate y2 value and then you can calculate y1 value. Y2 can be calculated as, y2 can be calculated as AB divided by L. This is fixed rule. A is left hand side and B is right hand side. Okay. A is 1 plus 4, that is 5, into B is 4, divided by L is, total is 9. Therefore, y2 will be how much?
Sir, 2.22.
2.2. Ordinate at D point is 2.2 and at C point ordinate can be calculated as 2.2 divided by the left hand side portion, that is A is 5 meter, is equal to y1 divided by the remaining portion length is 1 meter. Therefore, you can write 2.2 divided by 5 into 1. Therefore, y1 will be how much?
0.44.
0.44
0.4.
will be ordinate for y1.
0.4.
4. Next, bending moment at D point can be given as W into area under the load. That can be given as 6 into area under the load can be given as trapezoidal area. Therefore, it can be given as 2.2 plus 0.4, 4 divided by 2 into perpendicular distance is 4. Therefore, bending moment at D point can be calculated as how much?
$31.68.
31.68. What about others? Others, post an answer.
31.44.
How much, Rani? Six into. This is sum. That is 2.2 plus 0.44 divided by 2 into 4.
31.68.
31.68.
Okay, everyone is getting same.
Yes, sir.
31.68 kilonewton because will be the bending moment at D point. This is when the loads are at constant distance. This is how we need to calculate the shear force, bending moment, reaction at different points. We need to calculate these values. Okay? When load is constant. If load is constant, then our previous method also, while calculating directly multiplication with the values of bending moment and shear force also we can calculate. But now we are doing ILDs, which means the moving loads. ILD for moving loads we are doing. Therefore, the moving load numerical can be given as a simply supported beam is there. The total span of 20 meter and the C point is at 5 meter distance from the left side, and a UDL of 10 kilonewton meter, 10 kilonewton per meter is moving from left to right. Means it is moving from left to right. You need to find out what will be the maximum reaction at A, what will be the maximum reaction at B, and you need to find out the maximum shear force, that is positive as well as negative. And then you need to calculate what will be the bending moment at C point. Okay. Once it is done, again we can go for where will be the maximum bending moment also, then that also will be calculating. First we'll see where you can get the how much you can get the maximum bending moment at C point. Visualize this numerical. One bridge is there of simply supported beam, like A to B, one bridge is there. its span is 20 meter and a train is moving from left to right. The length of train is 8 meters, which is moving from A to B, and it is passing through your bridge. As it moves on the bridge, how the loading conditions will change, how the reactions will change, what will be the maximum reaction at supports, and when we can get the maximum reactions. When train is at B, when a train is at A, how much will be the reaction at A and B. Likewise, you need to calculate the reactions. As well as what will be the shear force to the C point, to the maximum positive and to the maximum negative, as well as what will be the maximum bending moment at C point. These all we need to calculate, and those the maximum values will be used for design of your next components, that is design of bridges, design of the simply supported girders or fixed supported girders. In such cases, whenever the moving loads are there, in such cases, this analysis will be used. Okay. First and foremost thing is to find out the reactions. The reaction A will be maximum only when the tail of load is at A point. If the 10 kilometer load is acting, this is head point, starting point, and this is tail point. When tail is at A point, we'll be having maximum reaction at A. Simply thing is, मेरे को load जिधर A पे maximum रहेगा, तभी मेरे को reaction at A will be maximum. And reaction at B will be maximum only when the head of UDL is at B point. The maximum side of UDL is at B side. In such case, we will be getting the maximum reaction at B point. Okay? So, the maximum reaction at A, RA will be when the tail of the UDL is at A point. And similarly, RB will be maximum when the head is at A point. This is how you need to calculate the reactions. Okay. In previous sum, the constant loads were there. That was not moving at all. Now the load is moving from one end to another end. So when the tail of UDL is at A, we will be having the maximum reaction at A point. Simple concept is the maximum downward load is acting at A point, mean automatically the reaction at A will be maximum at that point. Similarly, when load is maximum at B point, the reaction at B point will be maximum. Equal and opposite it is. ऊपर से लोड जितना डालोगे उतने ही रिएक्शन नीचे से आएगा for any supports. Therefore, if when tail is at A point, we will be getting the maximum reaction at A. Therefore, right, when tail is at A point, tail of UDL at A point, reaction can be calculated as the reaction ILA is known to us. The diagram will never change. ILA for reaction, it will be same only. Yeah, now if 10 kilometer load UDL of 8 meter span is acting, which means C से बाहर जा रहा है up to 3 meters. This is of 8 meters total for UDL. For this, you need to calculate. No need of calculating C ordinate. Why? Because we are not going to calculate anything with respect to C point. We are calculating with respect to the head of the UDL. That is at the distance of 8 meters. Okay. Now we need to find out the ordinate first, and then you need to find out the area. Ordinate can be calculated as this is 1, this is y I can say. Y can be calculated as 1 divided by the total span is of arch 20 meter is equal to y divided by the remaining distances of 15 meter. Therefore, y equal to 15 divided by 20 3 divided by 4 will be of pi value. And area can be calculated as 1 plus 3 by 4 divided by 2 into perpendicular distances of 8 meter. Therefore, reaction at A can be calculated as applied load is 10 kilonewton into the area of trapezoid. Trapezoid is this trapezoid where the UDL is acting. That can be given as 3 by 4 plus 1 divided by 2 into perpendicular distances of 8 meter. That will be RA value.
$70.
Is it clear for everyone? If it is asked for moving load from left to right, how to calculate reactions? $70 is answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, calculate for RA by considering.
Sir, 70.
Yes?
70.
70. Okay. $70 is RA. When head is at B point, the RB can be calculated as when head of UDL is at B point. A and B. This is of 8 meter. Remaining will be of total is of 20. You need to find out the area of the solar property you need to use, and you need to find out the y. That is origin. That can be calculated as 1 divided by total is 20 is equal to y divided by 12 meter. One second. In the previous case, here it has to be 12 because remaining distance is of 12 meter, 20 meter total it is. Not the UDL is of 8 meter, not 5 meter. So you need to make a correction over here. Make a correction in this one. Oh, nobody is applying their logic, I think. The remaining distance is of 12 meter instead of 15. You need to write 12. Correct, and here's the answer. Will be added. divided by 20.
Sixty-four.
64.
64. Next is 2. Find out y value again here. That will be divided by 20 and that can be given as 10 into the trapezoidal area can be given as 12 divided by 20. 1 divided by 2 into perpendicular distance is 8. That is also 64. Because loading condition is same, span is same. Only it is left hand side and right side. Now at C point you need to calculate shear force. That can be calculated as, draw the shear force diagram. And the shear force can be given as A, B and C. C point is at 5 meter distance and remaining is 15 meter distance. Here at C point it is at 5 meter only, but our IL is, or the UDL is 8 meters. When you are calculating negative shear force, only 5 meter UDL will be on the span. Remaining 3 meter will be beyond the span. Which means this 3 meter span you need to neglect. Only for 5 meter span you need to calculate the shear force at negative side. Okay, this is why you can write y1, y2. Y2 will later calculate. First we will be calculating the shear force for negative side or downward side. That is the maximum shear force. Our given UDL is total of 8 meter, but our available span for the negative side is only 5 meter. Therefore, 3 meter span you need to leave and you need to use only the 5 meter span. इसका मतलब हुआ ट्रेन 8 मीटर का है, अपना ब्रिज का एक मिड पॉइंट या एक पॉइंट दिया है, उधर ओनली 5 मीटर स्पेस इज देयर. आगे इंजन और 2-3 डब्बी है अंदर ब्रिज के ऊपर और बाकी जमीन के ऊपर. In such cases, whatever load is applied on the bridge, that only we need to consider. Remaining, which is beyond the your given span, you need to neglect. Okay. Therefore, the shear force can be calculated as, first you need to find out the coordinate and then you can calculate for the shear force. And y1 can be calculated as, the total span is of 20 meter, therefore I can write 1 divided by 20 is equal to y1 divided by the distance is of 5 meter. Therefore, y1 will be 5 divided by 20 divided by 4 at 0.25. Therefore, the maximum shear force for the negative side can be given as, the shear force can be given as for the negative side, that is W into area. Apply load of quantity of load is 10 kN into area is area of the triangle. Previous one is we had here it is triangle. Why? Because the applied load is more than the other triangle. Therefore, we have the triangle value, that is half into base is of 5 meter and height is of 5, that is 0.25. Therefore, total value is how much? The value will be in terms of negative because the y1 is down. Therefore, the value has to be negative value. The maximum shear force for the left side, that is negative side. How much is the value?
Minus 6.25.
Minus 6.25. What about others?
Minus 2.6. Minus 6.2.
Everybody is getting the same answer. Oh, 6.25 kilonewton. That is in the negative direction. Number 1. For right hand side, for positive shear force. If the loading condition is towards the right of this one, I will draw with another color. Here from 10 kilonewton load is acting for a span of 8 meter. Y2 and Y3. You can calculate. You need to calculate this trapezoidal area for a span of 8 meters out of 15 meters. If this 15 meter, 8 meter is going for UDL mean, remaining distance will be 15 minus 8 is of 7 meter. Draw calculate the values of ordinates and then calculate for the shear force to the positive side. Ordinates can be calculated as here we are calculating ordinates, that is 1 divided by 20 is equal to y2 divided by the remaining distances of 15 meter, or y2 can be given as 15 divided by 20 or 3 by 4, or you can write in point value 0.75. Similarly, for y3 can be calculated as 1 divided by 20 equal to y3 divided by the remaining distance of 7 meter. Therefore, y3 can be calculated as 7 divided by 20 or 0.35. Y3 and Y2 are calculated, then we can calculate the shear force. That can be given as this is negative shear force. Next, positive shear force can be calculated as W into A. That can be given as W is of 10 kilonewton into area. Area of trapezoid you need to write, and that can be given as summation of parallel sides, that is 0.35 plus 0.75 divided by 2 into perpendicular distance between the parallel sides is 8 meter. Therefore, calculate the shear force opposite side.
44.
44. Positive and negative side, the shear force calculation is done. Okay. Next, we need to calculate the bending moment. For bending moment, we know the ILD diagram for bending moment, but where to locate UDL, either to the left or either to the right or at the midpoint, at the C point, where to locate? That can be identified only when the average load on right hand side and left hand side should be equal. Then only you can apply the load at C point. Then only you can get the maximum bending moment. Okay, that can be done as. Hope everybody understood how to calculate this shear force. Now draw the ILD for bending moment. This is of 3 point. 3 point is of head. Near to 8 point. This is 3 point, this is 5 meter, this is 15 meter, A point, B point. You need to apply a UDL. At what point of total 8 meter you need to apply? That has to be calculated first. And that can be calculated by calculating the average load on right hand side is equal to average load on left hand side. And that can be calculated as no doubt. That can be calculated as average load on LHS is equal to average load on RHS. Okay. And that can be calculated as, if I am considering this right side span to be Z, the remaining span will be how much? And you can consider left side as Z and remaining to be other distance. The total UDL distance is of 8 meter. The remaining will be of 8 minus Z. Total is 8 meter, which is given already. If I am considering one section to be Z, another section will be automatically 8 minus Z. I need to calculate the Z value. And that can be done as the applied load is of 10 kilonewton into 8 minus Z divided by span is of 5 meter. The span is given is equal to 10 into Z divided by total spans of 15. You can calculate Z value over here. Calculate Z value.
6.
6 meter. If Z is 6 meter, which means to the right of C, for 6 meter, the UDL has to be applied, and to the left, the remaining 8 minus 6 is of 2 meter. Should be applied to the left. Like this, UDL will be applied on the bending moment diagram. And you need to calculate Y1, Y2, and Y3 ordinate values and multiply with the area. You'll get the bending moment at C point. And that can be done as first find out the ordinates for the given triangle. Y2 can be calculated as a standard formula is AB divided by L. A is of 5 meter, B is of 15 meter, divided by L is 20 meter. Therefore, Y2 is how much? 3.75.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, calculate for other two span, that is Y1. Y1 can be calculated as 5 divided by 20. No. Can be written with respect to Y2, and that is 3.75 divided by Y1. I am calculating is 5 meter into distance is unknown. The remaining value is, if your 2 meter is UDL is acting, remaining is of 3 meters. So Y1 will be how much? 2.25.
Yes, sir.
And
sir.
similarly calculate for Y3, which is 3.75. It is on right hand side, therefore length is 15 meter into 15 minus 6 is 9 meter, therefore multiply by 9. Then distance is how much? 2.25.
Yes, sir.
2.25. Then write the maximum bending moment equation by summation of the area under the load. That can be given as bending moment at C point is equal to W into A, that is applied load into area under the load, and that can be calculated as N is applied load into there are two trapezoidals in this one. You cannot write directly one trapezoidal. If this is a triangle, this is one trapezoidal you need to write. That is left side, and right side one more trapezoidal you need to write. Okay? And calculate the bending moment. Which can be given as 10 into the left side. I can write the parallel side values is 3.75 is mid value plus 2.25 divided by 2 into the distances of R, distances of 2 meter to the left, plus 10 into 3.75 plus 2.25 divided by span length is 6 meter. No, divided by 2 into span length is 6. Therefore, total will be how much? The final answer will be how much? Quickly.
240.
240 kilonewton will be the maximum bending moment at C point. This is it for the day. We'll continue next numerical in the next class. You can post your roll number and you can leave.